This video provides a walkthrough of the Raven web application, demonstrating some of the system's key features. To log into the web app, use your email address and password. A welcome email will be sent to all new customers, including these credentials, along with user guides and support contact information. Once logged in, you'll be prompted with the Vehicles tab showing all your Ravens and their current status. The GPS pinpoints of each Raven will be updating every 2 seconds along with preview images of both the road and cabin-facing cameras. To live stream, simply click the vehicle label you'd like to watch and then hit the camera button in the Vehicle Details panel. You can live stream as much and as long as you'd like, toggle between the two cameras, and enter full screen if you wish. From the same Details panel, you will be able to see the aggregate trip data, all the event videos from the current trip, and the ability to share a trip link to others. A trip is defined by when the engine is turned on until it is parked for an hour. On the Vehicles tab, you are also able to pull individual panels of each Raven. The panels will show that vehicle's fuel level, any diagnostic trouble codes apparent, and a message bar for you to communicate with the driver. Below the Vehicles tab, you'll notice the Geofences tab, where you can set up geofences over any area of interest. Once the geofence is set up in either point-based or polygonal format, you will begin to receive alerts of entry and exit, should you choose to have them both on. Note that geofences can also be assigned an auto-delete date as well. In the History section is where you'll be able to see all video, imagery, and data from past trips. Under Trip Review, for example, you can select a vehicle and date from the calendar, any specific trip from that day, and then be able to see the full route of that trip along with the associated video. The Trip Report panel will show aggregate data, including distance driven, as well as all the associated events with the trip. Similar to live trips, you can upload clips of these events and download them for sharing. Alternatively, you also have the ability to historically stream by clicking the camera icon on any event, or by clicking the video icon at any point on the vehicle trail. Note that you can also pull small clips using the Request Video function. Simply drag the slider to the desired time, set the duration of the clip, request download, and select which camera you'd like to pull from. The video request will show up in the same events stack, available for download. You can also use Event Review for accessing certain video and imagery of need. Here you simply enter the vehicles or tags you'd like to see, which drivers you'd like to see the events for, and which events you'd like to analyze. Once all of that is done and applied, the report will generate images of all the events that fit the criteria, along with their timestamps, GPS locations, and the ability to edit the status of the events. By selecting Reviewed or Under Investigation, you can let your team know what status you are in coaching, whereas by selecting Dismissed or False Positive, the events will actually be taken away from the driver's scorecard. All of these events can be uploaded to the cloud or downloaded, and can also be analyzed further by selecting Summary or View Trip. The last section under History is the Safety Score, where you'll be able to see all of your drivers' specific scores on a scale of 1 to 100. These scores will incorporate all the events that each driver has done and prorate them to the amount of miles they have driven. You have the ability to configure the weight of each event on a scale of 1 to 5, and also the thresholds of each level. Once they are set and you load the score, you will be able to see a number assigned to the fleet, as well as individual driver scores. If you look deeper, you will also see scores of the drivers on individual events, noting what their particular strengths and weaknesses are. The safety score is something you can monitor weekly or monthly and notice any overall driving trends. Raven also provides a variety of reports, including Trip Report, which is an aggregate roll-up of all trip data. Stop report, which will detail specific stops and overall idling time for a specific period. Activity report, which has both driving and parking data. Event report, which creates a chart of the total events made for the time period. Geofence report, which details all interactions with the geofences you've set up. Device report, which will detail each vehicle's odometer and status, as well as the vehicle DTC report, which will show a roll-up of all the diagnostic trouble codes. In settings, you can configure everything on the Raven system. Audio can be toggled on or off. You can toggle on or off the cabin and road-facing cameras, as well as configure their recording time. You can toggle on daily summary reports to be emailed a fleet report every morning. You can trigger on driver alerts so that the Raven itself alerts drivers of events. In events, you can toggle on or off alerts for the events you'd like to be alerted for and set the threshold to which they are alerted. In integrations, you can hook up any API tokens you have. The units of measure can also be changed, and in facial recognition, you can make sure any new drivers are named and recorded in your system. Under the Admin tab, you can set up other users, configure which tags or vehicles they have access to, and configure the style of your web app. As you can see, the Raven web app is intuitive and simple to use, allowing you to get up and running without need for extensive training or configuration. For any assistance, you can find support information in the top right-hand corner of the web app.